Hello, welcome to the Geologist Block. My name's Ryan Snavelpants, and I'm joined by
Sheep McGinty,
Dave, Terence.
Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a very special rock.
Oh, love it.
Love it.
Sandstone.
Sandstone. Can't get enough of sandstone.
We'll have to leave Yorkshire.
Oh no.
No, thank God for that.
Oh no. Has everyone got a brew? We all got a brew.
Mine's gone cold.
You got gold?
I'll get you another one now, Matt. I'll get you
Terence,
another one.
blew up.
Put
Blew
kettle
up,
on.
Terence.
Put kettle on now.
Read, boys.
Read that road.
What do you reckon? Digestive or chocolate digestive for your tea? What you dipping?
Hobnob.
Hobnob.
Yeah.
Hobnob.
You've lost the plot.
Digestive.
Chocolate digestive.
What?
Chocolate
I'm
digestive.
happy with it. It melts, and it makes a bit of a mess. But
As long
I'm
as it
happy.
gets the job done.
Yeah.
I agree with
Melting in the tea.
What's your name?
Dave.
Dave.
Melting in tea.
Yeah, so basically...
You did it again. You just said so.
And I was
I
doing
did.
it to prove the point, is that I have this kind of strange mental tick where I have to say so at the start of something. And Ben pointed it out to me yesterday, so I thought we'd shake up the
Because
intro.
every episode begins with you saying so.
Give him a complex.
The fans aren't going to
Yes.
like it.
Yeah.
Should we say what we actually are, by the way? Or not?
To read the writer's block.
Yeah, we are the Writer's Block.
We're back.
We're back.
And thanking to Pulse Radio, we've been nominated for an award for the Student Media Awards.
Woo!
Radio of the Year. So thank you very
Yay.
much to
Cheers,
who
man.
it was who put us forward.
Congrats, guys.
And
We
thank you.
what 7-8 episodes in, and we've been nominated for a local award, so we're pretty awesome.
Year in, more like.
I'd like to thank myself for being great, and that's about
You
it.
just showed up at the
Even
end
though
to
he
reap
just-
the benefit.
Even what's so
Says
funny?
you.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
funny?
totally.
Ben came because we literally were looking for guests, and he was the last person on the list, and now he's just a permanent fixture on the show.
Yeah,
Isn't that great, Ben?
I love it.
For you?
Yeah, I finally got a reason to live,
Yes.
Aw.
so
Babe.
there is that.
Please don't
Keep-
joke about that kind
It,
of
it
stuff.
keeps me going. Like, am I joking or am I not? The lines have blurred. Nobody knows. I don't even know anymore. Oh god.
But yeah,
We're doing a show.
we're doing a show.
Let's-
This is the Writer's Block.
We've got Maty back.
We got Maty back.
Back
Welcome
by
back,
popular
Maty.
demand.
Yeah.
The people have spoken.
Well, that's a good segue because we're, by the way, listeners, depending on what you're listening on, we are on iTunes. This is news to everybody.
Yeah.
I was checking our page last night, and we have a review.
Really?
Somebody reviewed us.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shall I read it out?
Go on.
No. It says wowzers, then 5 stars, and then he's put. It's called Jim. I won't say his last name. He's put. I'm not entirely sure what I'm listening to, but I'm sure as hell enjoying it. Whee!
Wow.
I mean, that's 5 stars right there.
That's pretty great,
Absolutely
isn't it?
brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, thank you, Jim.
Yeah. If you listen,
Yeah.
if he's actually listening, put something else to say that you're listening, so
Yeah.
he knows that we've shouted him out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Say who's your favourite.
Yeah.
Just cause
Yeah.
a bit of drama.
Well, that's
Yes,
not the-
Jim.
that's-
Who's your favourite, Jim?
That's
Yeah.
not the point of iTunes though, because he'd be listening. If he's following us on iTunes, he'd be listening after this is going out live.
Yeah.
But
And no one's
the
listening now.
iTunes stuff needs to get uploaded.
Yeah, but he'll listen to this and he'll put a review saying Ben's my favourite. Clearly.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I mean, what's
5
not to
stars.
like about Ben? But yeah, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud, we're on YouTube, all under the same
Yeah.
title. We're also on, what's the other one?
We're trying to get on like Tune FM
Tune
and like
FM.
Podcast FM
Nice.
or something like that. When we're actually on it, I'll let everyone know.
Like
Cool.
we struggled to even find ourselves on that. Like we had to actually type in the exact URL and
Yeah. Well, I was looking into that and it was saying that like we're not fully on the site yet.
yeah.
It's still like buffering, if you will.
And
So it's getting there.
we've also got our blog as well on WordPress. So if you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to follow
the
us
blog.
on
Yeah,
WordPress,
so,
We've got a
which
Facebook page as
it's
well.
been a bit
And Facebook
neglected
page.
lately on account of coming to the end of our university course. So
we will be back for
but
it
we'll be back.
in about
Um,
less than a month's time. We'll be back doing articles on that.
So
Yeah.
how have you all been lately?
Well,
Have you
I
all been? Yeah.
have been very well. I actually went to a recording of the new Mrs. Brown's Boys show 2 weeks ago.
Is it a
That
chat?
yeah.
It's like a little chat show thing, isn't it? They have guests.
Everyone's calling it a chat show, but it's more like an entertainment variety show like Ant and
Like,
Dec's.
right, okay.
Is what the character of Mrs. Brown is the host?
The family, basically what it is, it's within the sitcom world of Mrs. Brown, and
Yeah.
they've been asked within the world of it as the characters to create this Saturday night show. And so they're playing the characters in the sitcom, but it was an entertainment show. And it's quite clever. Like, the daughter's got her own kind of vlogging chat show, so they'll get guests on into the house. It's basically the same show, but just with, more entertainment. Celebrity guests, entertainment segments, little sketches that they film and record beforehand. And I went to see the first showing 2 weeks ago, and it was aired on this Saturday. And it was amazing. Went to Glasgow and to see it at BBC Studios there, and it was just... Well, it was quite sad, really, because the magic is lost. You know what I mean?
In what way?
Well, you know that they don't film things in order.
Right, yeah.
But, like, when it's something like an entertainment show, it's all about kind of flowing, because it does feel like you've got to flow with it a little bit more in terms of, like, so for example, they have audience members come and participate, and they've got a section called Mammy of the Week.
Right.
So it's the idea someone's put their mum forward to be the best mum or whatever, so when they call them out from the audience, they do something on stage. What they did with this one woman was they said what she, they called her out, she got an award. And then they said, right, we're going to go upstairs. So on the studio set, they go up the stairs, and then they cut it. And then they go into the kitchen and sort of just have a chat about what they're going to do. Then this stand-up comic comes on, who's like the warm-up act, to kind of distract us and not, like, from what's going on. And then the upstairs bedroom was actually... how they did it was they did another set for the upstairs bedroom where they put in front of the living room set a wall and then all the stuff there. So they were just talking to this woman about, okay, this is what you're going to do. Pretend... that this is the upstairs. And then, that took about 20 minutes. When you see the TV thing, they go up the stairs and then they just go into the bedroom. So it was, like, interesting to see how it works. And that's how it works, but it was like the magic was lost a little bit.
Yeah,
but it worked out well. It was a good show and it was good fun.
Yeah. I started watching Peaky Blinders. Netflix makes it too easy to watch a hell of a lot of stuff in one sitting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It just flows. It's like, no, you really...
Next
actually,
episode.
No, I think I'm going to go outside. Actually, it's really... No, I mean, just...
You already are outside,
yeah,
Jamie.
But yeah, I started watching it. And I'll probably do... I don't know, I might do a writer's opinion on it at some point. But what I will say is that it... For all... Like, it's a AAA kind of, like, big production. It's on scale of Life on Mars. There's the it's the period transformation of a street, largely the character's really good and the script's largely on point. The characterization's great, but even in that, there's some lines that I noticed that I would absolutely kill myself if I found in my own script. Like some very on the nose lines coming from the characters. There was a bit where. One of the characters, I'll try not to spoil it, anyone who hasn't seen it, but she's basically working undercover for the Sam Neill character. And she basically has to say that, or the Sam Neill character is insinuating that her emotions are going to get in the way of her job. And she just turns to him and says, the fact that my father was killed by the IRA will not cloud my judgment. And I just thought, like they both knew that her father had been killed by the IRA, and I kind of knew that there was something going on between her and the Irish, but I don't think they needed to do that. But it just goes to show that sometimes we as writers kind of beat ourselves up about lines of dialogue that generally people don't really care that much about. They just continue. Yeah. But we all went to see something last night, didn't we?
We did, because we are a famous podcast sponsored by BuzzFeed and we're sponsored by Radio 1. We're on Radio 1, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
About 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But we're on.
Yeah.
For like 10 seconds.
We got a special invite to go to the Odeon last night to watch a preview screening of the new Ben Wheatley movie called Free Fire, plus 15 minutes of mysterious footage of Ghost in the Shell that we watched.
That hurt my eyes and gave
Yeah,
me... I nearly went home up to bed with a migraine last night watching 3D.
Yeah.
It's so rubbish. It reinforced how rubbish it is.
Right,
yeah, the 3D gave me a headache. I had that headache all night, the whole rest of the day. It was really irritating.
But
Yeah.
we'll be doing our right opinion on Free Fire next week because the film is out on Friday.
Yeah.
Across this nation.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just give like a little teaser. Like, what did you think of it in 3 words? Go.
Ben, you
Ben.
go.
Really good movie.
Wow.
Oh no, go see it. Done.
Wow.
Nice.
3 words.
Pretty good.
That's solid. That
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I'll.
Go on, what did you say,
But
Jamie?
you just said your 3 then. I'll get. That was yours. That was
No,
yours.
those aren't my 3. When I'm doing my 3, I'll hold my hands up.
Should I say mine first?
Yeah, go on then.
Fun,
Knee.
watchable, forgettable.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a teaser for.
I'm gonna go for Mr. Mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
A divided room.
Oh, that'd be good though.
That'd be a good one next
It's
week.
a good tease for next week.
Yeah,
There'll be
it'll-
different opinions.
It'll be. I mean, I kind of just want to just dive straight into it, but I'm resisting it because we're gonna do it next week.
Yeah,
It'll be
Yeah.
spoilerific.
yes.
Yeah.
The film's open nationwide, so anyone wants to see it and listen to our show next week, but don't want to know what happens, go and see it first because we will be saying what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if people are crying out for original movies in this world of sequels, then go see it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if there's one thing I can't fault, it's the originality. But
it's nice to see a film that wasn't a franchise for once.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he could have gone down the franchise route, Wheatley. Like, because
yeah.
I feel like he was trying to, in some regards, trying to appeal to a mainstream audience with Free Fire because it got Americanized and it's got all this cast. And he was kind of like, if you don't want to go down the franchise route or the sequel route, you go for something like highly original.
It was kind of half mainstream, half indie. That's what I thought was
Yeah.
interesting. It did have something sort of unique about
It's
it.
an indie film hidden with mainstream elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of nice to see.
But yeah,
But
we're
we'll go-
kind of slipping into a review here.
Yeah, we'll go into the news now.
Yeah.
I think.
The news,
Sure.
So
not
we've
the
be-
most important news of the week, just the news that we find interesting.
So
Yeah.
the news this week, we've got 3 sets of Star Wars news, all coming from the same source, which is Disney's current CEO Bob Iger.
Yeah, Iger, I think.
So firstly, he was at an event this week, and he said 3 pieces of news that are important to Star Wars fans. Firstly, there are a set of Star Wars films planned up to the year 2030 for the next 13 years. Now, we knew that there was at least some planned for up to 2021, but now apparently he's planning them up to 2030.
15 years.
My problem with this is that he's pretty much made, like, businesses make 20-year plans. Like, large corporate businesses make 20-year plans. You can't really do that with something creative like a film. I don't feel like you can do a 10-year, 20-year plan.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to run out of ideas, and they're going to force themselves to try and think of something that might not actually be any good. And people will lose interest. At the end of the day, no matter how much you love something, people will eventually lose interest.
And unless you've completely planned up to, like, the 9s, then you're going to have... Something will happen in the 2021 Star Wars release that will contradict what's going to happen in the 2023 release. Something will happen in that film then is going to make the next film a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
And I kind of can see, unless they've really got major planning and like they've thought of everything, then I can see some cracks appearing.
The thing is with Star Wars, it's about a big universe, isn't it? It's always it's the big universe, and you've got to know it inside out. And the only person who probably knows it best is George Lucas, probably. So if it's always going to be is different perspectives, different viewpoints coming in. Sorry, Ben, I know you're desperate to talk as always.
I was curious to what Matt's opinion on Star Wars is.
I love it.
Are you a fan of Star Wars?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
so much to the detriment of my A levels, I discovered Wikipedia, which has the timeline of everything that's ever happened in Star Wars. So yeah, they definitely have
You
enough.
studied that and not philosophy or whatever you did at A level. What did you do at A level?
Psychology, media, a bit of history,
Of course
bit of
you
extended
did.
project.
Non-subjects.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, do you want a writing degree? Anyway, yeah. So I think there's definitely enough material that's amazing, and I'd love to see way back. When there was
the Old Republic.
No more trade embargoes, though.
No,
Please, no
please.
more trade
No.
embargoes.
I think because the world of Star Wars is massive. There is so much you can do, and I think if they expand, and they do different tones and different style of genres in these films, then I think it'll be fine. But if they keep sticking to this 30-year period between A New Hope and Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Like I'm already a bit sick of it.
Yeah.
Right.
This period that we're being stuck in. Like I spent 20 years watching the original trilogy. I don't need to see any more of that stuff.
Yeah.
Do something else.
How far would you go with like differing genres and tones and stuff? Would you have like a
Horror one
like a
Star Wars? You can do anything.
Would you really have like a slasher kind of
I was
thing?
going to say, I'd love an adult Star Wars film, and when I mean that, not the porn version, I mean like an actual film where you slice people up with lightsabers and you actually see blood come out.
Maybe they will.
Isn't the... Right, this is one of our classmates, Mark. We used to be reading a book in class a lot, one of the Star Wars books that was sort of a horror. It was sort of a zombie-ish sort of... Like, there was a virus or something, and clones would...
My brother had one years ago.
It looked really good.
And it was quite a more darker toned story.
That would be cool.
I think I agree with you as long as they try doing different things and not worrying about appealing. The problem I think with Star Wars is they always sometimes think about the merchandise before the films, I think. So I think as long as they think of good ideas that won't just pander to its normal audience,
I think
we'll see what happens.
I think as well it depends how many they release like per year.
Yeah.
If they're still doing one a year, it might get a bit meh.
Yeah.
Because I felt like Star Wars is this really special like event.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I think now it's because it's going to be one a year forever. It's going to get real. Just it's not going to get as special.
It does depend on what they do. Like I'd really like to see like a road trip movie, but in the Star Wars universe, or like I don't know, like a. I mean, Star Wars, especially the original three, is synonymous with having such a large array of genres all packed into it. Like it's it's got Western elements, it's definitely got romance. It drives it. But to actually dedicate these very niche genres and apply it to that universe, I think that could be really, really interesting.
Yeah, because they described Rogue One as a war movie, so they've done that. Why don't they do a thriller or a neo-noir film in Star Wars?
Yeah, I think that's quite exciting. I mean, if you think about as you say, the novels, they are kind of standalone. They're not just they're in the universe, but not connected to the main mythology stories. So going back to the news, we're going to the next Star Wars piece of news. This one has gotten Ben a little bit irritated. Apparently,
really restraining yesterday
in the
attacking someone.
Untitled Han Solo movie that they're currently filming, Bob has announced that we're actually going to find out what his real name is, as if we didn't know it already, because actually we don't.
So, Han Solo wasn't his real name. Let's just get Ben's bit out of the way.
Yeah. Sorry, viewers, we'll be here for ages now.
As well as the name, he said we're going to see him get a certain ship and meet a certain Wookiee. This, I think I said this on a previous show, this is sounding like the X-Men Origins Wolverine of Star Wars. Saying that Han Solo isn't called Han Solo, I'm kind of it's so pathetic. I'm kind of a bit offended.
Yeah, okay. Not pathetic in the slightest bit.
But I know, because I heard someone say it, I can imagine his real name is going to be like Harrison. Do you see what I mean?
Do you know what I was saying to Jamie earlier?
That's plausible enough for them to actually do it.
Whatever his name is going to be, the fans won't like it.
Because I bet
they just won't.
And I don't like the fact that, because Woody Harrelson's in it as the mentor figure, and he's going to just teach the character of Han Solo how to be Han Solo. I always thought that Han Solo just figured it out himself, and he went off and did his own thing. And I bet you Woody Harrelson would be like, "You're a rogue. You go solo, kid." And he takes on that mantle.
I wonder if he'll just play the same character that he played in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, he probably will. Just a drunk. He'll just play Han Solo.
Yeah,
he'll just do that,
Han Solo's
and then the young Han Solo will just take that on. And someone else said his first name will be Harrison and his last name will be Ren because of Kylo Ren. I was like, and I hate that. I hate that we're gonna have him meet Chewie and get the Falcon. I don't want that.
They're gonna hate each other straight away.
Not special. It's not gonna be special. I thought it was just gonna be him and Chewie on an adventure.
Yeah, like young.
Just set before New Hope. Just a day in the life of Han Solo.
You can't see this, but it's quite entertaining watching both.
You're going into
rubbing his face, slapping his thighs. He's so angry.
I'm legit not happy about this.
You're going into your commode.
I mean,
phase.
So my piece about it is.
Could you imagine if they said Luke Skywalker's name isn't Luke Skywalker?
Well, they wouldn't dare.
Yeah.
But why do they? Oh, as if they dare think Han Solo's name isn't Han Solo.
But yeah,
I'm angry.
I for some reason the first thing that when I saw that, I was actually driving on my way to Preston and I heard it on the radio of all places. Like anything good ever comes on the radio. But yeah, I immediately thought, I don't know why, but I was like, are they trying to make some crazy link between like Indiana Jones and Han Solo here? Because that's what I thought. I don't know why.
There is that in Indiana Jones. They said they named the dog Indy or something because his name's Henry Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Which I didn't kind of mind.
Yeah.
But that was done straight away.
Yeah.
They didn't have 30. They didn't do it in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But they suddenly said, "Oh, his name isn't Indiana Jones, by the way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just wanted to throw it out to everyone to kind of throw in what they thought his name would be.
He's going to be called Harrison, isn't he?
Do you think?
It convinced me when I heard someone say it.
Whatever it's going to be, no one will like it because that's what Star Wars fans can be like. Anything nothing will make them happy.
What are Star Wars names?
They're right here, sat right next to me.
Like they've gone for the whole, like just one name. Like Finn, obviously Finn is a stormtrooper, and Rey.
Yeah, I think when I think about it, it won't be anything good unless it's significant to the wider story. Unless we learn something from it, I don't see why learning his name, giving him another name or learning it is actually
unless he was
interesting.
Part of a particular family that was important.
He's a Skywalker.
There was not like a Skywalker.
Oh, no.
It could be like.
I bet he will be. I've said too much now. They're gonna do it.
He's a Windu.
Why not?
Like perhaps there was this band of smugglers and they all have the same name or whatever. But I don't know. But like John said, whatever it's gonna be, people will hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Well, I think
even if they do it well and it makes sense in the film's story, I just don't know if I'll like it.
Well, let's just see what happens. They're doing it.
I'm so worried. I'm so worried.
Okay, so the final bit of Star Wars news that came out this week was that Carrie Fisher won't actually be CGI'd in the 9th episode of this new trilogy. She did film all her scenes in The Last Jedi, so there was nothing needed doing there. But they won't be CGIing her in episode 9, so they're going to have to write her out.
They said, but they didn't say anything about recasting.
No. But they can't.
I don't think they would. No.
Shouldn't they going to kill her off at the end?
No, they won't kill her off.
Is she going to disappear, fly off somewhere, doing some?
I think it'll be respectful.
Yeah.
I think they should do like an Indiana Jones 3 thing and have her like metaphorically ride off into the sunset. So then fans can just do stuff with her, with her character forever.
Comic books.
I don't think she'll die. I think
She'll never die.
Because I'm petrified Luke's going to die.
Oh, I think he's going to die.
Because I think Luke will die, even though I really don't want him to. And if they're killing Luke, and they've spoilers, and they've killed Han or Harrison, whatever his name's going to be, they can't kill Leia. You can't kill off
the originals
in this new trilogy. Like it's just going to destroy me.
Well, I
can't do it.
I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think of the CGI business? Because people, when they did it with Peter Cushing in Rogue One, everyone was having a hissy fit saying, "Oh, it's going to replace real actors," but they're only doing it with people who are dead. You know what I mean? It's like these social justice warriors being politically correct. It's like, just shut up.
I think I've said it. Is that the some of the characters, the Peter Cushing especially, kind of it was like teetering on the edge of the uncanny valley for me.
Yeah, it was definitely uncanny. It was a bit unnerving every
time. If it was just one quick scene,
but
I would. Because I think in the film you first see him through a reflection of a window looking back. If you kept like that would have been good. It would have been alright because the image is distorted because of the window. But like I thought, spoilers, because Leia's in the film, I thought she looked really weird. Leia. I thought Tarkin looked alright. But I don't want a young CGI characters in films anyway because it just looks weird. It looks like in the new Pirates movie, they've got a young Johnny Depp and it just looks weird.
It's not quite there yet, but I think it's sort of fine.
Like
to just do it.
Yeah.
It's not wrong
because they had an actor playing, and the dialogue is this actor, and they've just replaced his face. If you just had the actor without Peter Cushing's face, it would have been honestly just everyone understands that Peter Cushing is dead. If you just say it's Tarkin, everyone just goes, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
totally.
So moving on from Star Wars, last week was Red Nose Day, Comic Relief, and it was absolute garbage.
I didn't watch any of it.
Oh, it was
I
garbage.
had like 2 minutes of it.
Right.
Walked in the room, saw it. Was like, oh, this isn't like good.
I saw a bit of the Graham Norton thing. Because I love
Yeah.
Graham Norton, but it looked really bad. I was like,
Everyone was
Graham.
telling me it hadn't been good, so I was like, no.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that great, but the highlight for many people was the sequel to Love Actually, which was called Red Nose Day, actually, which was a 10-minute sort of sequel to the 2003 romantic comedy Love Actually, written by Richard Curtis, reuniting the cast: Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Andrew Lincoln, and Rowan Atkinson. I watched it. I famously don't like Love Actually. I love Richard Curtis films. I love Paul Wedding Funeral,
John, man.
Notting Hill, Bridget Jones. All of them are great.
I totally agree.
I just don't like Love Actually. This is why I don't like it.
Oh, but I do like Love Actually.
Oh, right.
I don't like. I think it's too long. I think there's too many stories.
How long is Love Actually?
It's about 2 hours, isn't it?
Is it?
It's a long
Too
one,
many
yeah.
stories, and when it's funny, I don't laugh, and when it's sad, I find it depressing.
You're hurting my feelings, John. I'm feeling a bit sad.
Why?
Love Actually is great. It's just a nice
It's
little...
my opinion.
The little cards.
Ugh, it's
Even
creepy.
Just
It's
just all the
creepy.
people in like is it the airport at the beginning?
Yeah.
Even that, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
But even
I think it's sweet.
how good is the one?
Bye.
I mean, but I agree. Some people will find it a bit. The cynicists in the room would find it.
I've got a cold heart, so naturally.
He hates cars and
I did...
Haze
I,
cars
fish.
and fish.
Yeah. I did think...
I'd love.
Speaking of the new...
Finding Nemo.
and Love Actually.
Oh, well done.
I did think in the new one... Thanks. Like, he didn't really need to do the whole card thing again. And he was like, it's been 13 years since I've last been here. I was like, what? Mate, come on. And they were saying... And he was saying on the cards as well, let's see what happened to everybody else. I was like, that's kind of like, what's breaking the fourth wall, is it? I was like, meh. I thought it was all, on average, it was alright. I would have preferred it if it wasn't just like a recreation of the first film. And because the Colin Firth stuff was kind of original, same with the Liam Neeson stuff, but like the majority of the Hugh Grant storyline, it was just the same thing again.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to see Hugh Grant dance again, like I saw that. Or the cards thing with Andrew Lincoln. Well, and they said he didn't like his beard. He looks great with a beard.
It's because he just looks like Rick. Just walked from one set to another.
I was like, he looks wicked. I thought it looks really good with a beard. Oh, well, fine, whatever.
Alright, I mean, you sound a bit personally offended there, Ben.
It's just like, leave Andrew Lincoln alone.
Yeah.
I'll give him a slap, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you're Keira Knightley.
Well, next up, something we're all, if not excited about, you're at least curious about. Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
Captain Underpants.
My childhood.
My childhood as well.
Not my childhood, sorry.
What were you reading, John? What were you reading when you weren't reading?
Harry Potter.
Oh, I see what.
You didn't read Captain Underpants?
I see what.
Howard Henry and Horrid Henry.
Horrid Henry and Captain Underpants.
I watched... Was
Love
Horrid
them.
Henry a show?
Yeah, they made it into a cartoon.
I watched a bit of that.
I was too old for it when it came. Horrible Histories was great.
Brilliant.
And The Worst Witch.
Captain Underpants, where it's at.
Well, Captain
It's good,
Underpants.
though.
Okay, so the trailer's been released,
Yeah.
and it's everything you'd expect. Really,
Looks fine.
Yeah.
It's like the book.
It looks a bit of a romp. It looks a lot.
Does romp.
It
I think
didn't
I
do
would have
anything
preferred
for
if the kids were voiced by actual kids.
Right.
Who are they voiced by?
It's Kevin Hart, which is really off-putting,
Really?
and the main dude in Silicon Valley,
Oh
Yeah.
no!
God.
Thomas. Oh, he's got a weird name. Thomas Middleditch, that's his name. That guy, and he was in Wolf of Wall Street. I was like,
Wow.
oh.
Okay.
Well, that'd be.
It
Is
reminded
DreamWorks
me a
doing
bit
it?
of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Is it? Cloudy with a Chance
Cloud of
I've
Meatballs.
seen it.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yes.
That's like the animation style was very similar.
Right.
Yeah.
Is
And
it
I-
DreamWorks doing it?
Is it? Yeah.
I think it
I think
is.
so. Yeah.
Let's say yes.
Yeah.
And Ed Helms is Captain Underpants.
Yeah, I do love him.
I watched it,
Right.
the trailer, and it didn't do anything for me because I've not got the nostalgia.
I think
Sorry
I
to be
think it'd be
cynical.
like a decent kids movie.
Yeah, it will be a decent.
Yeah.
kids
Are we
movie.
gonna go see it?
I
I'm
won't.
sure there'll be other things out that
Yes.
I'd rather see.
Think of the
Sam.
shenanigans that they'll get into.
Are we gonna go see it?
We'll
Matt?
go see it.
You guys
Okay.
see it.
Yeah, but you always
Okay.
complain when kids walk in the cinema. So
When did I say that?
last night when we sat down to watch Free Fire.
I said I complain when people sit in front of me.
right, but
I don't mind. I
Because
don't
they-
mind kids because you can't. They're lower than me. You know what I mean? When they sit. In
Well,
A
the
little,
chair,
just a
well,
tad lower.
I do have a booster seat.
Oh, bless.
No, I don't.
Ben Small.
I did think of that when I was driving. When I was driving us to the cinema, I was like, damn, Am I gonna have to get Ben a booster seat? I'm driving him. I'm driving him around a lot lately.
I don't
Like,
need
am
a
I gonna
booster
get
seat.
arrested or something?
Threw me out of a moving
I'm
vehicle
I'm
yesterday.
legally above the
That was
height. I'm legally above the height.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you just
But the
about.
lights just changed, and I was like,
Threw-
"Get out quick!"
Threw me out of a moving car. It's fine.
Well, you're not as
Then-
important, are you? So it's alright.
Yeah.
Escape from New York. Point 2. Yeah. So Robert Rodriguez.
I'm happy with this one.
Are you happy with this one?
I like Spy Kids a lot.
Yeah, and I like
Kids is great.
I like his El Mariachi trilogy with
Yeah.
Desperado and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, whatever.
Mm.
And Spy Kids is great. What's the other one? From Dusk Till Dawn is one of my personal faves.
Did
Really
he-
like that film.
Grindhouse, he did one of the
Grindhouse
shorts.
is good. Planet Terror is pretty good.
I think that the new one will be quite good.
I think he's a decent choice. I
Yeah.
think John Carpenter seems alright with it. I'd
Who-
rather not have the film, to be honest.
Mm.
I don't know who's going to play the new Snake Plissken.
Yeah, who's gonna play Snake?
Who can do Kurt Russell?
I think John Carpenter's.
Who can do? Ooh.
Who would we cast
Ooh.
as Snake Plissken?
Russell Crowe.
No,
He's too old. He's too
not
old.
Russell Crowe. I can't
I
stand.
saw
Russell
him
Crowe.
in The Nice Guys recently.
He's
and
great in that.
He was great in that. And
He was
that
good.
also, when I watched The Nice Guys, I realised, okay, the new Predator might actually have a chance of being
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, because he's in it.
Mm.
No, because it's the same director.
Oh,
Shane,
right,
it's
cool.
Shane Black coming back to it because he did the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in the first one. He's part of the crew.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, who will play Snake?
I don't know.
Because there's no one.
There was rumours like in the early 2000s, I think, when they were trying to get this made, that Gerard Butler was going to be Snake.
No.
He's just disappeared
It's
now.
like-
Right.
He's rubbish.
Nah, Gerard.
What was he in? He's in that Geostorm, wasn't he? Or was that
G.I.
someone
Joe.
else? No, the Geostorm, was that not Gerard Butler?
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know what film
It was-
that
No
is.
one knows what you're talking
Exactly, it
about.
was just a pure cash-in, like CGI, about someone who controls the weather, and I think it was Gerard Butler. I don't know.
Do you know who I think could do it? I think he'd have to rough up a little bit, but Ryan Gosling.
Maybe. Just get his son to do it. Bro, done, sorted.
People,
Because Kurt Russell's got a son who's an actor. He's
Yeah.
in Black Mirror. Did anyone watch that?
Which series of Black Mirror?
Oh,
in the
yeah.
new season.
the one where he's in the
second
haunted
episode.
or the house.
Oh, is that him?
That's Kurt Russell's son.
That makes so much sense. He looks
Yeah.
so much like him.
I think he's called Wyatt. Wyatt Russell, I think he's called.
Wyatt.
Which is cool because Kurt Russell played a character called Wyatt. Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, Gerard Butler,
Geostorm.
Geostorm.
Yeah.
Stick Ed
great.
Harris in it.
Yeah.
Ed Harris would be good in that film. He'd suit Escape from New York tone.
I think what you're saying about John Carpenter, I think his view of it was like the Halloween remake, as long as he gets a check. He doesn't really, he doesn't really
John
care.
John doesn't really care.
I don't think
anymore.
he can. I think he's realised he'll lose any battle if he tries to sue anyone. So he just
Yeah.
as long as they get paid.
And they've remade almost all these other iconic movies except for Big Trouble. So all right then. I'm not sure he's too bothered. If Kurt will be in it, that'd be pretty cool.
Who's going to see the new
Love
Power
that
Rangers movie?
The new Power Rangers film.
I will for a laugh.
I'll go.
It's meant to be really good. They've
'Cause
said it's quite good.
Power Rangers was my childhood.
Yeah.
For me, it was a big part of my life.
Yeah.
So
Power Rangers was amazing.
I owe it to my younger self to go see the new film.
Yeah. Then the movie when they parachute in, but on the what are they called when you're like
The
skating
skydiving,
in
the
air,
skydiving,
yeah.
and then
That
then they
was-
get skis, and then they they rollerblade through the city to some like Edgar Winter Group, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I'll
That
be
was so
honest,
ride.
Power Rangers wasn't my thing.
It's
as a
definitely
kid.
not my thing either.
We should start our own show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
The
more
Power
nerdy
You
nerd
gotta watch the
stuff.
Power Rangers movie because the bad guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark is Ivan Ooze in the Power
Okay,
Rangers film.
that's
So,
cool.
Means nothing to me.
Is that not great?
But the news of that is they're like with Beauty and the Beast, there is going to be a gay character in it that has. It's been banned in Russia apparently. The film, like Beauty and the Beast, as well.
Yeah, and Power Rangers is now an 18 in Russia, right?
I thought it got banned. I thought it got banned, but it's now just
No,
turned to
it's
18.
it's an 18.
Oh
Yeah.
god!
Oh,
So
wow.
once again, they decide to actually announce something and then cause uproar before actually releasing it and letting people just see it for
So-
themselves, as per usual.
Do you know who's gay? Who's gay in it?
It's a girl, one of the girls in it,
It's the Yellow Ranger, right?
the Yellow Angel.
Oh, Trinity.
That's the one.
Is it Trinity or Trini?
I don't know. I can't
I
Oh my God.
was the least interested in the Yellow Rangers.
You
because
can't
I don't
start your
remember
own
her name.
podcast about Power Rangers if you don't know what the bloody characters are called.
Here's a trivia for you. In the original series, the Yellow Ranger was a man when they were in a ranger outfit because it was Japanese footage. In that, it was a bloke. And it's clearly a bloke. That's why the Yellow Ranger never wears a skirt and the Pink Ranger does.
Okay, I means nothing to me.
So
but
it's,
cool.
it's a girl,
cool.
and
Yeah,
suddenly it
it's cool
switches to a
trivia.
boy.
Nice,
I mean-
nice.
Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
You can tell
That
that
is
Ben's
cool.
fun at parties.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh, says you.
Yeah. I don't go to parties.
Exactly.
Can't be boring at parties if you don't go.
And more reboot news now. This week, Entertainment Weekly did a segment on the new Twin Peaks series, and they
Oh my
were
God,
on the
John.
front cover, and they released 9 new pictures from the show,
Oh my God.
from still images.
There was pictures of actual things inside the show and just like
Groundbreaking.
photo shoot pictures.
Groundbreaking.
I lost my mind when I saw this, and they did like a 3-part cover where it's all the big players in a line. I'm going to throw this out to you, John.
Go on.
I'm a bit worried.
Mm.
I honestly would have expected after 25 years they wouldn't be doing the exact same jobs and in the exact same outfits.
Right, I agree with what you're going to say, but this is what I'm going to say to you. The thing I find with Twin Peaks is I think what the show is meant to represent is a small town where people stay and do the same things over and over again, and
Okay.
things don't develop, right?
Okay.
The show's set in 1989,
Yeah.
so the 25 years should have been 2014, so I reckon that's when it's going to be set. So I reckon that whatever we're going to be in, everyone's going to be the same. Everyone's going to kind of just look older, but they're doing the same thing. They're going to stay the same. I'm going to watch all the series again soon, and the film
Okay.
leading up to it. I'm reserving judgment until I've seen it because I think it'll be okay. I mean, Laura Palmer's in it.
The actress is in it, but she'll be playing her cousin, won't she?
No, the cousin.
Because in the show,
She played the cousin in the
played the
show.
cousin, so
but
it'd
did
be
you
her.
not see what happened to the cousin?
I can't remember.
All right, spoiler alert for anyone.
It's fine.
The cousin was murdered by Bob or her dad.
You see?
Yeah, but you know in the final one she says, "I'll see you again in 25 years."
Yeah.
She's in a black dress, isn't she?
In the red room. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it wearing this black dress. Well, in this one of the pictures they've shown, she's has herself, obviously 25 years older, in this black dress, in a black background, and there's smoke. And one of the other pictures, which is the only one of Dale Cooper, is in the same setting, so they will see each other again.
Yeah, because they're both in the red room.
Yeah, no, they're not in the picture, but I think they will go back into the red room again.
Yeah, I'm fine with Laura Palmer being in the show again because she's stuck in the red room.
And she'll look older.
It's very confusing.
It is very confusing.
I am going to start it at some point. I've been telling John this for like 2 years, but I am going to watch it, I swear.
You should, it's good.
Good, so that's back in 2 months, less than 2 months now, can't wait.
I've just seen some news here, actually. I think we should mention it now.
Go on.
Is that the new Jumanji film will be a video game instead of a board game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not... Oh.
So it's not like the original.
Because I thought it was going to be the same game from the first film that's just been found by new people. And I was under the impression that the pictures from the film is actually within the game world. Do we all remember Jumanji?
Yeah, I've seen that one. I
Robin
like that
Williams
one.
is sucked in, and he's been living in the jungle for 25 years, fighting lions, and the crazy man with his gun, who's also his father, played by the same actor, but it's a bit confusing, but whatever. I was under the impression that the characters in this film were going to be within the game, the board game.
Yeah.
But now it's a video game.
So
I feel like that's an unnecessary detail.
I think I don't know. I'm more inclined to actually go and watch it now because it's
something different.
Something different.
It could be like the video game version of the board game, but within the story. Which I like.
Video games that if they don't go all out, it's already going to look dated.
Yeah.
Because video games, they move on.
They're in an app.
Yeah,
I hate that. So cringe.
Actually, just stop talking. Actually, because they'll do that. You've already said too much. Yeah,
put it in
motion. I think the app would look dreadful. I think they'll just do it like a PlayStation 4 game. It'll look just 4D, whatever it is.
because like the graphics
reality.
change, so the games it's going to look dated if it's a video game. But with a board game, it's kind of timeless.
Yeah.
And it would have been great to have seen the actual prop of the game again.
They might go to a place where
Maybe.
I've not seen the plot. They might go to someone who's got
knows?
like a lot of merchandise.
Yeah.
Find the board game, find the video game, go inside.
Maybe.
But yeah, that was just a little tidbit that I saw there. I thought I'd just throw it in. But next up, Spider-Man Homecoming poster. Whoop.
Looks alright. He's hanging out on a sign. He's hanging out on Avengers Tower. He's chilling.
Didn't he also say that there was going to be a trailer tomorrow? Is it?
There's like a little
teaser
teaser or
trailer
something.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
So that'll be next week's news. Watching the
just-
trailer.
Yeah.
I just don't care about another reboot in 15 years. 3 for different separate versions in 15 years. Really?
Just put Spider-Man in a room sitting on a chair. I'll watch it. 3 hours.
He's fighting Michael Keaton, so it's Batman versus Spider-Man basically.
Okay, that's good.
So that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Also, the only bit of original news this week of anything that's not related to a reboot or sequel is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's directing an R-rated comedy musical. Apparently,
I think it's Channing Tatum.
He's going to be involved in it. Yeah.
Ooh, well, I saw Channing Tatum in one musical score. In Hail Caesar.
He's good in that.
He's really good in that.
And he's in the Step
really
Up. He's
good.
in the Step Up movies because he's dancing.
Yes, he was,
Amazing,
wasn't he?
Amazing.
He's really...
First 3 films.
Did you actually watch them?
I've got an opinion on Step Up. Yeah, Step Up 2 is great.
I've never seen them. I just know that he's in them.
Watch him. He's only in the second one for like 2 minutes.
So why have you...
Step Up 3, Step Down.
Why are you watching the Step Up films? What's the story? What? You don't strike me as a Step Up kind of guy.
You don't know my life.
You don't know my life either.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah, John Step. I don't.
Do you and Matt go to like Fight Club style dance things?
I don't like Step Up. I'm just saying that you always say, "Oh, I'm surprised you like that, John." I don't like that.
It just okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never thought about Step
depth.
Up. Well, we'll have to see what it's like.
Yeah, I think
it'll.
I think this will be riding off the success of La La Land, which is also an original musical.
Yeah.
So I think yes.
I like Levitt. He's a good.
More power to him.
He's great.
And of course, the other big trailer that's come out this week is Justice League. Okay, Ben's getting prepared now.
Ben's warming himself up. He's rubbing his thighs.
Okay.
Right.
There's a bit too much crotch there. For sure.
Okay, sorry. I'll put my pants back on.
Right.
Okay. Mate, right. I reserve judgment on the film, and I am worried, and I think it'll be fine, but having spent 20 years loving the Justice League, I was like, oh, it's the Justice League. I love it. It was great. It was pretty great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had.
It was Bruce Wayne on a horse for no reason, being really impractical in the Arctic. He could have just got a plane, but he was on a horse. Why not? It looked like Hoth, but it's fine. And Aquaman looks pretty great. They're really trying hard to make him seem really cool. Yeah, it's got Wonder Woman in it with her hair flowing in her hair. Looks great.
They filled the trailers with one-liners. It reminded me a lot of a Marvel trailer.
Yeah, they're definitely pandering to that audience. That style of trailer.
Yeah.
I like the animated Justice League stuff.
Yeah.
They're all great. I don't know. I've not liked any of the DC comic films yet, so I'm going to be like reserved judgment until I've seen it.
Here's my opinion: is that I prefer the DC characters.
Yes, that world.
I prefer Marvel characterization.
Yeah,
I think Marvel characterize the characters better, but DC just have, and I'm just talking about the movies here. They just have innately better characters, I think.
Yeah.
Because all those Marvel characters, they're B-level characters. No one knew who they were until now. They've suddenly now become A-level, but no one cared who they were.
Everyone knows who Batman and Superman is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trailer was filled with one-liners. I think the one that made me laugh especially was just the one right at the end, obviously. Yeah. Where he was like, was it Aquaman who was like, "What's your superpower?" Speaking to Batman.
That's the Flash. Yes.
Yeah.
He asks him,
"What's your superpower?" And he says, "I'm rich."
Yeah.
And then he just like,
and Aquaman's like, "He dressed like a bet." I dig it. It's great.
The final bit of news this week is the first image of the cast of Star Trek Discovery, including James Isaacs from Harry Potter. He's going to be Jason Isaacs. That's the one. He's going to be the main character.
See, I was disappointed by this because I saw this news on the itinerary and I was like, "Oh my god!" They released an image of the cast on the ship in their costumes.
Yeah.
And then it was just a picture of them having dinner. And I was like, oh. Because I know what they look like individually, so I don't need to see them together. But, great. I like it because, actually, I kind of like it and dislike it. There's a woman in it who's also in The Walking Dead, and I can't stand her in The Walking Dead. And she nearly died, but she's still alive, and it really annoyed me because I was watching last night. And I was like, oh, the new Star Trek show, isn't it? Great. And then they cast her in the Star Trek show. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she just won't leave me alone. She's going to ruin that show as well. I think she's going to play the lead as well. So she's not going to go away.
Well, there you go.
So I was like, they'll probably kill her off in Walking Dead, which is good. Now she's going to go and ruin Star Trek for me, which is bad.
Yeah, well...
so I don't know what to think.
Star Trek now...
But she's probably a nice person.
Is, it's coming out on PlayStation VR anyway. Star Trek Bridge Crew looks pretty good.
Is that
Basically, virtual reality. You're on
On the bridge.
bridge
That is pretty cool.
of any
Is it the Enterprise?
human ships. It's different ships, but any of the Federation ships, and you're basically the captain in VR.
Right.
It's been out on PC for quite a while because PC have had virtual reality for longer than console users, but it looks amazing.
Oh, you could do. Does anyone know Star Trek? Am I alone?
You're alone.
And I like the J.K. Abrams film, which I know is not
Yeah,
popular. I know that's not a popular thing to say.
When I
to that
say
extent as
when
well.
I say Kobayashi Maru, does anyone understand what I'm saying?
I do recognise the
Spoilers.
name.
Okay, it's fine. I'll say it anyway. It'd be cool if in that VR game it would be cool because audiences could do their own Kobayashi Maru test.
Mm.
Fans will understand that. Do you
Okay.
know? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, no,
It's-
I don't. Is it the thing from the start of the?
It's
Yeah.
it's when you're trained to become a
Yeah, I
captain. You
know
take
that.
you take the test called the Kobayashi Maru, which is it's just a test like in a final exam to see how you do under pressure as a captain.
I think that's the point of the game. That's the actual
Yeah.
premise of the game.
And then
That's
you
really
can
cool.
but you can
Yeah.
actually do the Kobayashi Maru. And Kirk famously cheats, and he beat it's unwinnable. You're not supposed to win it,
right.
and Kirk cheats and is the only one ever to beat it.
That
And
sounds
So
interesting.
he becomes. He already starts off as like, oh, who's this Kirk guy?
Making waves in the universe.
He's making waves.
Yeah.
So I quite like to do my own Kobayashi Maru and see how I do.
They just need to reduce the price of PlayStation VR now.
They
Because it's
do.
currently sitting about £1,000. It's
Oh,
kind of
yeah?
ridiculous.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're like, oh no, you can buy the helmet. It's only 150 quid. Then you need to get the camera. Then you need to get the hand
Mate.
things. And you need to get a headset. And you need
I just bought some new headphones for £8 the other day. It almost
Yeah.
killed me. Like,
breaking the bank.
So that was the news for this week. That was quite a big
We did a
chunk
lot
of news
there.
there.
That was
There's a lot of stuff
news.
this week.
Yeah, and we still need to
We've
talk
got a lot
about
left still.
Don't Breathe, which is
Did you watch
special writer's opinion. We've all seen it.
Four-way writer's
We've
opinion.
all seen it, and we've all got not that much different opinions on it. I think.
Yeah.
I think we all thought it was pretty
Are we
good.
going
Yeah, I
to do
really
the
liked
3
it.
words review quickly just to get a brief idea of what we think?
Oh god, okay, you put me on the spot. Surprisingly, original in that genre. Shush.
Yeah, nice one. Nice 3 words. Tense, short, good.
John, do you want to go? I'm thinking.
Intense. Snappy.
Jazz hands.
Clever.
Ooh.
That's startling. There you go. I'll bring the comic
Yeah.
relief to it. You guys will be serious.
All right.
No, it was good. It was really good.
So Don't Breathe. It came from it was Alfonso.
It's Fede Alvarez
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and Sam Raimi.
Yeah, Sam Raimi. And yeah, so it basically marketed itself as a kind of. It was almost like a haunted house slasher thing.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
But you know, it has instant like cinematic appeal to it because it's it's different. It's house invasion.
Yeah, so it's 3 young kids on the rough track. They're robbing houses to make a bit of money, and their next target is this blind man who's got a lot of money apparently, and they rob him, and it turns out it's the worst kind of person
the worst
in
person.
the world.
He's like
He's ex-military,
ex-military,
and he'd lost his daughter in a car accident, and now
and he's
paid
got
off,
a dark secret.
and he's got some secrets.
He's
and
got some
blind.
secrets,
And he's
and
got
none
a
of
mean
this.
dog. Got a dog.
These 3 characters, they know. Now, what I really liked was that first scene. You see them doing what they do. They break into a house. But what I really liked was what each different character does.
Yeah.
One character like pisses on the rug, which I'd like to think is a shout out to the Big Lebowski. But so you immediately know, okay,
because it really held the room together. That room.
he's the mad one. The mad one pisses on the rug. The kind of the young one who's a bit smart, wants to go to uni and
the
stuff.
clean cut looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes to books, looks at books, and then the girl goes straight to where all the pretty things are and all the expensive things. You know that she's got aspirations to have things or be secure. More than what she currently has. I really like that.
Yeah.
That straight away I was like, okay, I know these characters now.
Yeah. And it made them sort of, you could relate to them.
That was 2 minutes. That's simple. Some movies struggle to do that in 90.
There was lots of visual storytelling in this film.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit where like the camera almost goes through the entire house, I think, and you see all the elements that's going to play later on into the film right at the start. So they set up everything that you're going to see pretty much, and then it just goes. Speaking of the characters, because you like It Follows, did you even recognise that the mad guy is in It Follows?
Which character was he in? Which character is he in It Follows?
Who? The one with the beard. We'll do 4 spoilers. They get shot first. Yeah. He's in It Follows, and he gets the thing from the girl, and he gets killed by his own mum.
Oh, is that him? Is that him?
Yeah.
No.
We just blew
look it up.
Those mics out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't recognise him when I was watching the behind the scenes, and the kid from It Follows, who he looked like he did in It Follows, I was like, when is he in the film? Yeah. So I looked it up. I was like, "Oh my god, he was like one of the main characters."
Yeah. That's amazing.
No idea.
I had no idea of that.
Wow.
I love about It Follows. Not It Follows. Don't breathe. What I love It Follows, but Don't Breathe. I like the way that the character, they're kind of the old man, the madman, the blind man's kind of the antagonist. He's going after them and stuff. But what I found interesting was, by the end of the film, I wasn't quite sure whose side I was on. I think this says a lot about me, but I was sympathetic to the old man.
Yeah,
the entire time.
Yeah.
Even
I don't think that says.
I understood his motivation. And I was like, "You're doing a bad thing, but I'm kind of on your side."
Should we tell for anyone who's listening who hasn't seen the film? Should we say what the twist of the film?
I think we'll just go full spoilers.
Okay, so basically,
full spoilers from now on, listeners.
The characters in it discover that he's got a girl tied up down in his basement, and what we learn is that this girl had caused his daughter's death.
She killed it. She was driving the car.
Yeah, and basically what we learn is that he is has impregnated her to almost make up for the fact that she killed his only child.
It's done in a really interesting way, because you're not entirely sure why he's crying and mourning over this girl who's kidnapped.
Yeah. It's only when he kidnaps the main girl, the main robber, that you realise, when he brings out a pot of something not very nice and then a turkey baster, you realise what he's doing. It's a great example of show don't tell.
When he heats up, there's a hair in it.
Oh,
I was like, no. Oh, it's so.
But what was clever about it?
Grim.
What was clever about it was that I always find with a lot of these time films, there's a great premise, opens up really well. Then you get to what's going on and everyone's motivations, and you just think, this is really a letdown. But this actually worked out well, and a lot of people hated this twist. I think it gave it more.
I liked it.
It nuanced it. It gave it more.
Yeah.
Because you needed to have something else to happen. It can't just be them running around in this house for 90 minutes.
Yeah, but then guess what it went back to? It went to running around the house for a bit longer, then they run around for a bit outside. Is that all you need is that extra layer. And it gives it kind of shines everything that was happening really well in the past 30 minutes in a new light.
Yeah.
And you kind of approach things differently with this new knowledge. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I saw him crying over this girl, I was like, "Is that his daughter? Did she not die?" I was like, what's going on?"
It was okay to be confused for a little bit.
But like Ben was saying, or you, sorry, it was you, John, who said about...
It was me.
No. Okay, but the bit where you're not entirely sure who to back. Or you're not entirely sure who's in the wrong here. That I feel like that was the entire point.
Well, I was sympathetic towards the girl the most of the 3 robbers, because she obviously was in a bad situation. Well, they were all in a bad situation, but she clearly was trying to do it for the right reasons. And whereas with him, once I got his side, I was like, actually, she's a real cow for doing this. Regardless of whether she's in a bad situation, should she be going to this
she's doing bad things.
And horror, the thing is, it's a horror, but I would say it's a horror as much as Silence of the Lambs or like Psycho and Halloween. Yeah. It's really a thriller, but with horror elements.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made it really good. It was multidimensional. The characters had more to it. It wasn't just scare. It was scary, and there were some great set pieces, but it wasn't just about the scares. There was a character and emotion behind it, and I thought it was wonderful.
I really liked that it was the characters stuck in the situation, and they just had to deal with it.
Yeah.
They had to solve all these little mini problems. They had to deal with the surroundings of the house. And I just like the little things. Like there was none of this like when like in another horror film when someone falls on the floor and then they crawl for 5 minutes and they don't just get up. Like there was none of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the clean cut guy was like, "Oh, I'm gone," and he just walks. He just goes.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that. Then he had to stay. Just like it's just a little thing.
Just being smart with it.
Yeah, but if there's one word I'd use to describe it, was smart.
It's very smart.
It definitely brought up a lot of things.
And it was kind of a nice, morally ambiguous ending as well.
Yeah.
Because he survives, and I think he's uncharged. He's not charged by the police, is he, for his actions?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't
He lets
say
it go
who they
as
did
well.
it. Yeah, he doesn't.
But it's
admit what
kind of
happened.
implied that she doesn't feel safe anymore because
She leaves.
But like she doesn't tell the police, and she takes the money, doesn't she?
yeah.
I think it's a.
Oh, you're a bad person.
Yeah. No, it was good.
It's
a hit.
When you've been, it's another thing. It's just it was all about motivation, and to quote one of our lecturers, or one of the people we listen to a lot, is that what is it? Conflict is the basis of drama. So that was all conflict. As soon as they stepped into the house, they were breaking the law, and it was just like Ben said, a load of a series of mini conflicts. That were playing out in this larger conflict area, but it was.
It's great.
I did find at times when the plot needed to, the blind man could just suddenly grab you.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, like when she's in the dock, in the crawl space, and he just grabs her by the neck, out from the vent.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And then when she's outside, and then suddenly he's behind her and just grabs her by the throat instantly. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
a movie.
few
It's a
little
movie.
like plot holes in it and stuff, but it's pretty hard not to, especially in like thriller and horror stuff.
Because what happens to him? Does she shoot him in the face? What
No,
because he falls through the door and lands.
She whacks
I
him
know.
with.
The gun falls and shoots him in like the chest, doesn't it?
She whacks him with something over the head, and then he just.
He falls through the door.
Yeah, he falls
and
down.
then the gun falls and like hits him in the rib, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It
it.
shoots him in the side. But yeah.
I really appreciate that it was an hour and 25.
Yeah.
Nice and short. No
Snappy.
time for faffing around.
To be
Get
honest,
on with it.
I'd rather have seen that at the cinema than Free Fire.
Yeah, same, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
It would have been worth the money. But so it's a hit off everyone.
I kind of agree because it would have been a good cinematic experience.
Yeah.
It'd been unbearable.
Well, yeah, because I was watching it at home, and even then on like a small screen, it did what it was meant to do, and
You didn't
holding
breathe.
my breath. Yeah, I was the whole time. I was like, oh my god. So I imagine in the cinema that was intense.
So it's a categorical hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
and
see it.
must watch.
Everyone, you should
Yeah.
recommend.
Get it undubbed.
Undubbed.
Or just, I don't know, come see me and I'll lend it to you because I've lent it twice out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Go see Jamie.
I'm blockbusters.
You bringing it back?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to think if we can fault it in any way. And I can't really think.
I think anything, if you follow it in any way, it would be minor things like the fact that he is a bit too quick in terms of grabbing people when he's blind. But that's not one that I'm going to get upset about.
The music didn't really stick with me. I can't remember like anything like impressing me about the soundtrack.
It was more silent, wasn't it, at times?
Yeah.
Because they were trying to say don't breathe, so it's like don't make a sound.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I haven't seen it for a little bit now, but I feel like when he first comes downstairs, is there not a moment that since he's blind and he's not actually aware that they're there, they could have totally, if they wanted to, just
left?
Yeah, because he has a gun, right? When he comes up, they could have totally.
He doesn't have
ran.
a gun. He doesn't have a gun at all. He just suddenly appears in the room. He's like, "Who's there?" And the girl doesn't say anything. And the guy's like, "Hello."
Yeah, it's the character stuff played in because he's the cocky one, isn't he? So he's gonna think, "Oh, this guy's blind."
It's like, you'll be fine.
So he's right in his face, isn't he? He's like thinks he can talk to him or trick him or whatever. But that's the character played into it there.
Fair.
Yeah.
So he kind of just trapped himself really. But yeah. Resounding yes. Resounding yes from all of us.
Yes, Dees.
But yeah, I think now we'll just leave it at that really because...
No, let's keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean for leave it at that for the review, mate.
No, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's watch it. Let's pop it
we're
on.
going to do Get Ben and Date section.
The classic segment.
Do you have
the famous segment.
anything before we go into a quiz? Do you have anything?
Well, right.
Prospect.
I've matched with a girl on Tinder.
Oh my god.
Well, I've matched with a few.
All right,
Because, you
calm
know,
down.
yeah, alright. Shall I give you an update on last week? I got a message from Nugget Mistress.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
And then I didn't reply to her for about 4 days. I sent her a message. Do you want to know what happened?
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Was she a bot?
Nothing happened. She didn't reply.
It was
Blew
a bot.
it.
It was a total bot.
We blew it. Nugget Mistress is gone. But anyway, yes, we've matched with some people on Tinder,
Yeah.
and we need some good lines, some opening lines.
Hey, okay, I've got one.
Go on then.
If you could be any film character, who would it be and why?
Dees.
All right.
I said that, messed up someone like that recently, and do you know what I didn't get a response for 2 days. Do you know what the response was? Ha, 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 that's a tough one. Suffice to say, there was no response.
So you just
No,
just
I
cut
did
it
not
off.
reply.
left it there.
What's your usual one?
Mine,
Yeah.
the hello,
Classic.
or something like. I'd look
This
at them.
isn't reality. This is Tinder.
I'd look
It's
at
a higher
their-
sense of
You
reality.
look
on
at their
Tinder.
profile
Alright.
and you use what they've put.
What if there's nothing?
Then you don't talk to them. You say
Yeah.
if they put oh, I love dogs, and then you go, oh, dogs all right.
Just open with woof.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, are you a dog?
You go woof.
Dog emoji, dog emoji.
Oh, yeah. Or I'm a hot dog.
Because this one's put
Hey.
Muller Corner enthusiast, and I like Muller Corner, so
It
we're
was
made
love.
to be,
Fair.
if you will.
What? So are you asking us to give you a line to say?
I'm asking in general. Let's do some good opening
Oh.
lines.
I feel like I've
God.
already said what mine
I've
is.
said
on
mine.
air.
You've done the whole ducky horse
Duck and horse stuff.
thing.
I feel like I've already said that.
I've said mine. Matt?
Because you
Oh,
said
God. Open with a tasty gif.
I was going to
That's
say
how I'm
you're
currently in.
about gifts.
Well, yeah. No, I don't know. Sometimes.
I mean,
Send your mobile number straight off, mate. There you go.
The positives of gifts is that they're kind of like they're full of character straight off the bat, and if you choose wisely and they like the gif, say it's from a TV show that they like, then boom. But I'm not a fan of the gif.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's mainly because when I started using it, they didn't have the option to put gifs in, so I was forced to be, more inventive. I was forced to really just
Back in your day,
back in my day, press a bread.
we had to talk to girls on internet.
Oh,
Not in real
God.
life.
Now you just send moving
Now you're
pictures.
northern.
guys.
Now you're real northern, man.
Right.
Welcome back to Geologist Block.
The only block talking about
Internet.
blocks.
Do you know? Have you not noticed the staggering amount of girls though on Tinder? Not that I'm still on. Back in the day when I was on Tinder,
He's on Tinder now, ladies.
Right.
Find him.
literally stop. She'll beat you up. Anyway,
No, she won't. She's not in here. She's not even in the country.
when she gets back, she'll beat you up.
No, she
Anyway, right. The amount of girls that have underneath puns are life or something. You're like, oh God, okay. If you open with a pun, then you're there's a 80% chance that they'll be like, oh mate, I love puns, and you're like, oh, well, that's great.
Yeah, I saw it in profile. But
Just send
yeah.
them a link to some
Puns.
BuzzFeed top 10 puns that your mates never heard.
But let's get back to our sponsors, BuzzFeed.
Yeah,
Are we doing the quiz?
We're doing the quiz.
yeah. I feel like we've already done this one. We did this one on Valentine's Day.
Did
we
we?
didn't do this quiz exactly, but we described what Ben's perfect first date would be. 'Cause he
Alright.
actually took me out on it.
Oh, did we? Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
that. Do you
Completely forgot
remember?
about
It was good.
So
night.
instead,
It was a good morning.
we're gonna have Ben reply to these texts from his ex,
Oh my
and we'll
God.
reveal his most attractive quality.
Because, of course, this is so legit.
So
You need
Yeah, I
that.
know you would-
This is all true because I've been sent home.
yeah, I
before.
know you would never text your ex, but just pretend.
Just pretend,
So
Ben.
they send you, "Hey," do you reply, "What do you want?" without a question mark? Oh, hi. That's it. Hey. New phone. Who dis?
Who is this? I wouldn't really use any of them, but I find the "What do you want" funny. Let's
Okay.
go with that.
Next up, I miss you. You reply, me too. Chill. I would miss me too. Who are you?
I like chill.
I like who I would miss me too.
Chill.
I would miss me.
Yeah, no one
I
else
want
will.
you back. This one
You
has
back
some
for
punctuation
good.
for some reason.
But she's being serious.
Me too, BB. An
Like-
emoji like a
Sad
roll-
emoji cop.
The shady
It's
sort
like
of.
it's the kind of
It's like
like
a
rolling
rolling-
your
rolling
eyes.
your
eyes. The
rolling
side
your
eye
eyes
one.
emoji.
The annoyance, yeah.
I don't.
Is it I don't know? Is
I
it, that's
like-
what that is? Like I don't.
Is it?
Okay.
I want you back.
No,
It's
I
like,
don't. I don't.
I don't want
Yeah.
myself back.
Oh, I don't want you back.
Again, new phone. Who dis?
Who this? Again, who phone do this?
Okay, what'd you reply to that? I want you back.
I don't send emojis, so do the again one.
You don't send. I don't send emojis either.
I don't send just emojis.
I
by
get in
themselves.
trouble for not using emojis.
Oh yeah, from
Keep-
Andrew.
Yeah.
React into my messages yesterday. I didn't know you could do that on Messenger.
Freaked you out, did it?
Yeah, I was like, what's this?
I enjoyed
It's
it.
coming through like Ben reacted angrily or something to your message. I was
Yeah,
like,
I've
what?
seen
What have I
this. It's quite new, isn't it? Quite a new feature.
done?
I
Someone
like
sent him a
it.
picture of my eyes. The creep.
They were closed. You fool!
I
You
was
closed your eyes.
I was in a meeting.
I asked for a picture for the thumbnail, and you say when your eyes closed.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
So stupid.
That's what I want.
Moronic. Just remember you're a guest. All right.
We still haven't
Play
offered
by
you a
our
contract yet.
rules.
Yeah. But
Who is
Don't
this?
Get a date.
who is this? Again, who is this? I'm so sorry, BB. It's all good. Too late. 4 question mark. Why won't you tell me who you are?
What the hell?
I think, in all honesty, I'd put 4. Like,
4.
because she did so many bad
Do
things.
you ever
to me.
think of me? Haha, no. Sometimes you wish. Who are you?
I put ha no. Yeah, ha no.
Sometimes. Haha, no. I still love you. Cool.
Cool.
Love you too. Get over me. Still. Who the beep is this?
Who the bee?
Can I just... You censor it, but last week you straight up told me to get out of the room.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
like,
did.
I was gonna
That
say,
just-
like, why are you saying beep when you like viciously told him to get out with a
I can't
swear
remember
word?
what was it that you hadn't watched that just triggered me really hard.
Taxi driver, and then everyone was like, "Oh, okay."
And you leaned- It was premeditated. He leaned right into the microphone and said it really viciously.
Yeah, it was quite creepy.
Yeah,
Well, it's not, I can't do it.
So, I still love you, Ben. Which one? What would you say?
Oh, I love you too, John.
Aw.
I'll put cool. I'll put cool.
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 Wait, wrong number. Meant to text my other ex. What? My bad.
So it's all F you,
F you,
except
F
for the
you.
last one.
Idiki, who this?
I don't know who
Who
this
is?
is, but
I don't know who this is, but F you.
I like the second F you
Why?
because it's got a nice ring to
You
it.
got your confidence.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
a BO $$. You're the complete package, but you're never too cocky about it. Keep on doing it up, boo.
See, I'm not cocky.
Let's see what
That's
the
debatable.
comments say. You got your unmatched intelligence. You're probably the smartest person in the room. Right as we speak, go ahead, look around and take...
You're not
Right,
though,
mate.
Cora Moss.
I mean, I'm currently
Mouse.
alone in my room, so I suppose
That's a
it's
great
rather
name.
hard for this to be wrong. Are there any non-bitter options?
No, Jordan. Go away.
I'm actually best friends with my ex, so I based this quiz off my a-hole ex from 2 years ago, and you got your intelligence.
Like, thanks for telling us.
But it's
that
like
little bit of
it's just so
backstory there.
irrelevant. Yeah,
I
like,
never text anyone for any reason. Well, that's very sad.
That just seems.
And why are you doing this
That's-
quiz about texting?
That's
then?
really
Yeah.
impractical as well.
Yeah.
It is.
Help! My mother's and your mother's in the hospital.
By text, that
But
would
she'd
be
never
a bit rough
text.
anyway. Like,
Sorry,
Yeah.
by principle, can't go and see my mum in the
Yeah,
hospital. Because I didn't see
Like,
it.
what if her son texts saying like, "My house is burning down. Call the police." Oh, I never text.
You too.
someone text me
Look
that.
at this. Look what I've just
Ignore
found.
I'll do this. Let's do it.
Can
Come
you
on.
Can you remember the names of these characters from the original Power Rangers?
Oh my god.
What the
Getting
hell?
butt bounce.
What is this?
That's Rita Repulsa.
What is she wearing? What is she?
She looks
in?
like Maleficent.
That's Rita Repulsa.
She looks like she's got melty chocolate on her. or something.
She's the bad guy in the original series of Power Rangers until Lord Zed comes along. Should I tell you my idea for my Power Rangers trilogy I had?
Yeah.
This is what I would do with Power Rangers. So the first one, you have the 5 Rangers, and you have them fight Rita Repulsa, right? And you set up Tommy Oliver in the film that he come in. And the second one, Rita decides to make her own Ranger. So you have the Green Ranger come in as the antagonist for the second film, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns good, and she's like, "Oh, I need something better." So the end stinger for the second film is she brings in Lord Zed. In the third film, you have Lord Zed versus the Rangers, and you introduce the White Ranger for Tommy. That's what I do for my trilogy.
Nice.
Anyway, just keep going.
I've gone all the way down to the
Sorry,
bottom.
what was that?
I was just really crazy about
That's Zach.
Zach. Jeez, what's the name of this
That's
looking lava lamp?
Zordon.
Zordon. Pink Power Ranger.
That's Kimberly.
Kimberly. What's the fancy dog man?
Goldar.
Can you name this freshly polished guy?
Alpha 5. That's not even... Like, the other options for Alpha 5 are Beat Boop.
Who's this guy?
That's Tommy Oliver. The best guy ever.
Oh my god, who are these
That's
guys?
the Putty Patrol.
It's the Bulge Brigade.
That's Bulk and Skull. They're the best. That's me and you, Matt.
Oh.
That's Lord Zed.
Can I be Lord
Call me
Zed?
fat.
Your skull.
Who am I in the Power Rangers?
This is probably...
series? I want to know.
This might be John.
This cottage cheese-like goat.
I think this is Finster.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, yes.
Who's the guy in the 90s shirt?
DJ Funk.
I think it's Ernie.
DJ.
I got that one.
What are these two
Oh
called?
my god, no.
Bubble. Squat and Baboo.
I think
David and Carol.
David and Carol, it's got to be.
David and Carol's Bubble and Squirm, Squat and Baboo.
Bubble and Squam.
I don't know.
Or
Just
Squam.
do Bubble and Squirm. See,
You're
you
fine.
know, you're a fan.
And finally, what's the name of this
Oh,
calcium
man.
deficient
Think of
being?
him. Oh.
Captain Femur.
It can't be
The
him.
bird.
The
Cage.
bird.
It can't be Captain. Do the top one. Rito Rivolto.
You got 14 out of 14 right, so I saved you on this one. I saved you on number
No,
13.
listeners, that I got that right.
You
Listeners.
I think you were just being watched dabbing by those people over there, and there was a little bit of disgust in their eyes.
There was, I saw
I
that
don't
too.
care.
But yeah,
I'm
okay,
already-
so
I'm
that
already-
was a little bit
I'm
extra.
already dead inside.
Get Better Date, you can put in your profile, has absurd Power Rangers knowledge.
It's a good show.
Absurd Power Rangers knowledge. But we'll close up now. Closing up shop. Doing all the closing jobs. Going outside and bringing all the umbrellas in. Locking the back doors. Sweeping the floors. We're going to do the denouement.
We're inside.
Yeah, but like when
But
you
it's
do...
Be imaginative.
It's also hot outside.
I said when
Umbrellas.
I'm doing the closing jobs, when you do closing jobs, when you work in a restaurant, that's the kind of stuff that you have to do. But anyway, so this week we're going to look at some overrated classics. Last week we kind of did a double denouement where we ended up talking about like classic
Things we'd never seen.
classic films that we'd never seen. But now we're going to talk about classic films that we have seen, which are very well received, but we think are overrated.
In the itinerary we put film and TV.
Oh, film and TV.
Are we
Yeah.
talking TV?
Yeah, we can.
Film
Okay.
or TV, yeah, go for it.
Does anyone have something they want to start with?
Things that I think overrated. God, I don't know.
I have suggestions to throw out there that I might not necessarily think are overrated.
Go on
But
then.
I'm
Go on.
curious to start a debate.
Go on.
Okay, alright.
The Godfather 1 and 2.
Never
I find them overly long, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Alright.
I've never seen them, and I'll tell you why I haven't seen them. Because they're 3 hours long each. All 3 are 3 hours. I'm not watching 10. I'm not stopping 10 hours to watch a film.
You
Watch
don't,
a
you
film.
don't have to watch it in one go.
Yeah,
You kinda have
seen them all
to,
the
You
way
though.
can, you can live your own life, John.
Just watch
Yeah,
The
me-
Sopranos instead.
I like The Sopranos more.
Things that I think are overrated.
Godfather, maybe.
TV. Because Andrew yesterday asked me to watch Line of Duty.
Hmm.
Oh
Watched
my
the-
god, yeah.
Right.
Watched the first episode. I felt like
It's first season's the worst season.
I felt like it was overrated.
Hmm.
Like all the praise that he was giving it. I was
No,
like,
it's-
Okay, I'll tell you what's overrated.
I agree. Line of Duty isn't overrated.
isn't
No,
okay,
it's so good.
right?
You get through the first season, which is good,
It gets
But
better,
no,
apparently.
and then it gets, my god, it's
Right.
the best. Like I think in one episode, it's 40 minutes of a police interrogation, and it's like the most riveting thing and the most tense thing ever. It's so good.
Okay.
Watch it. I'm so excited it's back.
Right.
I think Friends is overrated.
Okay, right, get out. Just
No,
I'm
I
really-
agree with him.
I've never laughed once.
I could
at
watch
Friends.
the same episode 3 times
Yeah.
in a day and still
Madness.
find it enjoyable.
Madness. Do you actually laugh out loud?
Yeah.
I have.
I actually, yeah.
I love
do.
it.
I genuinely do.
I can see why people don't,
And it's just comforting
does-
to
but
watch.
it's comfort TV.
Yeah, it's lovely to watch. You can't
Yeah.
be sad while you're watching
It
Friends.
just does nothing for me.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised, really. It's one of those shows that's kind of
There's nothing
is
to me.
Marmite for people.
there are sitcoms out there that do it better.
Yeah.
Like
Go on.
Everything British TV
Scrubs.
comedy.
If we're talking American,
Scrubs is amazing.
much prefer Scrubs to Friends.
I prefer Friends, but Scrubs is a masterpiece.
So I mean, what does Friends like? I mean,
Humour. That's funnier than every joke in Friends.
I think the characters. I can agree that the character. Some people have said the characters are a little bit self-centered, and I agree with that. They can be quite self-centered. But again, I'm like you, Matt. It's sort of comfort telly, and it went on too long, more than it probably should have. But I think it's kind of fun to watch.
It's lovely to watch.
I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm just trying to say that it doesn't
do it for anyone.
Do it for me. Like it just doesn't offer the right kind of humour for me.
I'll tell you what I think's overrated. It's on telly at the moment, and I didn't like it even when it was first on TV. Broadchurch.
I've still never watched it because everyone talked about it so much that I just ran away. I was like, no, I don't want to know now.
I think the first season is amazing.
Right.
Second season is fine. Third season's pretty good. I'm quite enjoying the third season. I'm quite enjoying it because the subject matter is something different that I've not seen in a cop drama. It's a different type of case. So I'm enjoying the current mystery.
Yeah.
The first season is, if they left the first season, just stopped, I'd be like, oh my god, that was great. I really enjoyed Broadchurch.
And another one, I'm going to have to, going back to comedy, in terms of one that people literally love, and I get why people like it, and I get why it's successful.
I think I'm going to guess.
We've already said it anyway.
I think I'm going to guess.
Go on.
Are you going to say Big Bang Theory?
No.
Okay.
I was going to say The Office.
Which one?
Both versions.
Okay, so this is where my argument really comes into fruition, is that it's different, especially with comedy and sitcoms.
It's humour, isn't it?
Different people like that kind of awkward, like bumbling buffoon, but is in a middleman job. Yeah, and it's so awkward and it's so cringy. I love it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's great.
For me, I think what I don't like about it is I think, do you know what? I watched it and kind of didn't find it funny. Then I read a review about comedy in general ages ago, and they mentioned The Office, and they mentioned saying it was brilliant. And then they said, if you don't like The Office, you need to question your humour. And that's what I don't like about critics. They almost feel they think they know what humour should be, and it's like, well, people should laugh at what they laugh at and not feel ashamed. And it's like I don't like the term guilty pleasure. Why should anything ever be a guilty pleasure? You should just enjoy what you enjoy.
I get the humour in Friends. I get it. Yeah, it's just not funny to me.
Yeah, that's it.
That's fine.
Like I love the UK Office, and I tried really hard to watch the US Office on YouTube.
I love them both, but I love the US Office.
It does.
I think
it's just not good.
What I'll say about The Office is I get why it's popular. I mean, you recognise his characters, and I've done recently some work in offices, and I can kind of see where the inspirations come from. I get why it's popular. I think I don't like the problem with David Brent is he is like my old head of sixth form who I hate.
I think that's my problem with the US Office, because the UK Office is so believable. It's because it's too real. The US Office is just farce.
Yeah.
The famous thing that's become a meme when everybody's freaking out and panicking and like people are flying into the walls.
When he starts a fire, one of them starts a fire.
Like it's kind of funny, but it's not.
I'll tell you what.
It's an office.
What I was saying with comedy, I don't like naturalistic, because naturalism is just real life and it's boring. I like things that are a bit more hyped up, a little bit more heightened. That's maybe why it's not my thing.
That's what's good about the US Office, is because the UK Office is so good because it's so like bleak and British and awkward, and like you've been in those situations.
Like the opening credits, so monotone.
Like you want to cry while you're watching it. But if they'd done that, tried to do that in the US one, it would have probably sucked.
It would have, because that's because.
So it's like a different.
Getting a bit historical here, because America isn't built on that sense of grey and bleak. America's built on, hey, truth and justice in the American way. It's all green and colourful. Nothing's wrong here. Yeah, and that's why the US Office.
So they're
like
making fun of that.
That's why the US Office doesn't work.
Why?
Because the UK Office is built on this bleak, cringe humour.
The US
Office tried. It works in Parks and Rec because it was built on that.
Right.
But the US Office did the UK Office first and then changed.
Disregard the beginning of the US Office when they start doing their own stuff. When they start doing their own stuff, I've literally just been reading this exact same.
You can't disregard the beginning of it just to make your argument better.
Well, you can because like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is an amazing show, but season 1 was like, eh.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting because I watched the first episode of Always Sunny and I didn't get anything from that.
I didn't find it funny.
Everybody keeps saying to me, Always Sunny,
The
Always
first
Sunny.
season,
I don't find it funny.
The first season is not that good at all, but after that, it's great. It's amazing. I love This Is England.
I disagree with this as well. How is This Is England overrated? Does anyone agree with this?
No, this is the series.
I disagree with that.
I love
I think
the
the series is great.
Yeah.
I think the series
I've not seen the series yet.
like little right to be.
Oh, Jamie.
Like,
I really enjoyed this.
as a film, it was a really good like social commentary on what it's like to be born and be raised in England. Like, it's true for a lot of people in this country, not necessarily us in this room, but it's true for a lot of people. But This Is England, was it 86 the first one or 84?
84, I think.
84, 86, and then 90.
The film's 83, and it's 86, 88, and 90.
But
I'm pretty sure
it's the same formula from the film, and it's a good formula. It's like the bleakness of English like living and just general day-to-day stuff. But then the odd moment when you meet with your mates and you're having a laugh, you got a bevy or something in your hand, and it can't sustain itself for that long, that amount of time. English life, whether you're on the poverty line or whether you're rich, isn't just the self-perpetuating cycle of trauma and happiness, and there's stuff in between. And you know what, for a film, it was perfect. It was a snapshot of British life or English life. It was a snapshot of English life, but as a series, it kind of just went off the nostalgia of it, and especially people in my generation, and our generation, they love This Is England. They love that because they kind of, the way I see it is that, especially I had a few friends from home who, although that they were very much outside of it, so they weren't actually in that generation that This Is England portrays, they kind of feel like they've got some kind of kinship towards it, but it was always just ridiculous. It's like, you will never be in that position. You'll never feel that. I don't know why you idolise it so much. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what I think's overrated, because you put up an article just before from The Guardian about overrated shows, and one that came to me, and this is only because every time I see it, it's not my kind of show anyway, but every time I see it, I think, what is the hype
I'm now worried that what he's going to say is going to break my heart.
Go on.
Like the anticipation. I don't know what you're going to
just say it.
Are you going to say Lost?
No. I say Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Right. Okay. No,
Lost I've never watched.
Fair enough.
I'm going to accept it.
I'll make a quick point and let John go on his thing.
Okay.
I think Game of Thrones isn't as good as people say it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it is middling to average until the big moments.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode 9.
The episode 9.
What makes it due the ratings is just because of the amount of money that's pumped into it, and the amount of globetrotting sets that they do, and the brilliant cast.
Yeah.
Like the actual.
And I think it's these big character deaths that the regular person aren't used to.
Yeah.
But people like myself, I'm used to people dying in shows all the time. It's not news to me.
Yeah.
Go on, John.
It's just the glimpses of it. It's just set piece. It's just sex, violence, and that's literally it. It's style over substance. There's nothing that grabs me.
But I feel like it's the mainstream viewers' perfect show for a mainstream. For someone who doesn't watch that much TV, it's perfect, and they'll think it's the best thing since sliced bread because they don't watch that much TV, they don't watch that much film, and they see this and they're like, oh my god.
I think as well because when they go for it, it's so well done.
Yeah. When they actually go for it,
you gotta just applaud how well done it is. Even the mundane stuff, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've once gone, that looks awful. I don't think I have.
It isn't literally it is an amazing show, but for the level that when it's on, the amount that people talk about it and they're like, oh, I can't sleep. I'm just waiting for this next episode. It's
boring.
My one big criticism about Game of Thrones is that it's so heavy plot. Everything is plot. I'm I don't think I've learned anything new about any of the characters since episode 1.
I think because there's so many characters.
I didn't know a character's name till season 3. I was like, nah.
There's so many characters, and they've stretched out quite a bit. And because every scene they have to do has to be plot because they have no time left. Yeah. So that loses character then.
I'm biased because I hate that kind of fancy makes me want to slash.
So do you not like Lord of the Rings?
No. I don't. Okay, now that's the other one. I think that's overrated. No, not overrated. I think it's stretched out. more than it maybe needs to be. I just find it boring.
The Hobbit, but not the Lord of the Rings.
I just
trilogy.
find it really dull. And do you know what I don't like? I think it's when I say overrated, it's when people build things up and say it's absolutely amazing. I think some critics try and bring out this idea that you've got to be intelligent to enjoy something. I've heard that a lot of times. People say, you've got to be an intelligent viewer. And I'm just like, the more you the more you patronise about it, the more I don't like ever not liking something just because it's cool not to like it. I'll just think, well, why should I watch it? If it's not, I want to be entertained. I want to think. I want to be emotional. But, intelligent, I just think some critics need to shut up. They really do.
For me, Lord of the Rings had it all for me. Like, it had the epic Helm's Deep battles, and then it had the very tragic and touching love storyline between, it was Aragorn and
Eowyn,
who sacrificed their immortality for him.
Eowyn.
And it had... I can understand.
Wait, stop. Is it Eowyn? Am I wrong?
Can't remember.
Is Eowyn the other one? Theoden's niece.
Arwen.
Names.
Who knows?
Arwen.
Right.
Is it Arwen?
John's about ready to leave.
No, I'm not ready to leave. We're not going to get anywhere. So you
want me to say my piece?
So embarrassed.
I've kind of you've thrown my
See, this is why
now. I think I was going to say I can understand.
I
can understand why people are put off by high fantasy because I'm kind of put off by high fantasy, but I think Lord of the Rings was just the right level of fantasy where because fantasy, like science fiction, you can really get stuck into themes like obviously the industrialization of rural England was hot on the press when Tolkien was penning the actual original story. I feel like that still came across in the movies, and there's all the kind of genres that you'd expect rolled into one. Like I said, the romance there, but as soon as I mention that, Ben will have a heart attack because he can't remember the name of the character.
I'm freaking out. I'm honestly freaking out. I can't remember what they're called. I think it becomes more fantastical as it goes along.
Yeah.
The first one's pretty real. I'm doing the finger thingies. But there's still fantasy elements, but it's the most realistic of the three, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because in the third one there's ghosts.
How many Oscars did the trilogy win in total? Was it something like 14 or 17?
Like
or
quite a lot.
Ridiculous like
Third
that.
one Best Picture, didn't it?
Like
won everything pretty much.
Like Harry Potter, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
0.
Harry Potter's overrated.
Nope.
Yep.
Nah.
The film.
So is. Yeah.
Or the story.
Or the actual.
The films.
Okay.
I don't read books.
The films.
I kind of agree with you.
I think. Do you know what? Harry Potter should have been a TV show. I think if it was done 10 years later, it would have worked a lot better as a TV show.
It was a TV show now.
Now, not 10 years ago. Oh, 2000 TV's rubbish. 10 years ago it would have been terrible. Now it would have been amazing.
Well, if it had like Game of Thrones-esque budget, then yeah.
Yes.
If it was gonna end up on like.
No, that's my
sci-fi.
kind of fantasy because it's like
Shadowhunters level of
character-driven. There's character moments.
It's based in the real world.
It's based in the real world, but there's real characters in. Yeah, it's fantastical, but it's got that balance of fantasy and reality, which is what I need. I can't. That's why I like Twin Peaks because I don't.
Fair enough.
Too worldy is not for me.
The third and the fourth Harry Potter film, I give all the props to. The other ones, I can take or leave almost all of them.
Yeah, the later one, Deathly Hallows is good because they don't. I like the last two because they actually don't rush them.
I like the very last one because something happens.
The Battle of Hogwarts is fantastic.
I was like, something's actually going on. This is alright. I was just really disappointed with how Voldemort's treated post the fourth one. I feel like all that kind of how he played it is different to all the others, and he just becomes like a whiny, doesn't do anything guy. He just sits around like, what's going on? I was like,
I think we've seen different films.
Get on just get on your bike, mate.
Pre-4, he's either on the back of someone's head or a fetus.
Yeah.
After that, he's actually he's out killing people and he's assembling an army.
He's not. He gets all his lackeys to do it.
He's taking over newspapers.
However,
there's a big battle.
I think it's Deathly Hallows Part 1. I think it's like my favourite moment in all of Harry Potter. There's a bit where Snape goes into this meeting. No, actually, it's not my. It's probably my third favourite moment in all of Harry Potter.
Got another two stored.
There's a bit where Snape says something and then like Voldemort chuckles. He's like, spoken like a true politician. I love how he says that line. I was like, that's great. You can delete the rest of the film,
right?
But have that.
So that and the bullet bit from Wallace and Gromit movie.
We have
put those on a loop, and
we have ridiculously chunned on for so long that I think we should think about
I don't know.
Stopping.
Yeah.
I've got more to say.
Yeah, well,
What, really?
There's
Wow.
so many
Why can't you
things
just,
to
like,
talk about?
we'll just
Because I've watched so many shows and so many
we'll
movies.
just-
You're just so smart. You have so many thoughts.
Oh, thanks,
oh my
man.
god,
They're not my thoughts.
you're a brain.
No.
I look them up on the internet and just
You are-
relay them here.
Yeah, actually, I do think that too. But
Yeah.
yeah, this has been Geologist Block with me,
Oh.
Ryan Snavelpants. I think my second name has
What's-
changed.
Dave.
Fucking done.
Terence.
Oh, he
Terence.
swore!
Got Jamie back.
It didn't really sound. It sounded like something else.
Jamie threw one out there before as well, but no one picked up on it. I was
Did
like,
he?
I'll just
Did
let
I?
it go.
When did he say
You
that?
were reading something, I'm sure, and you threw a little
Said
F
an
bomb out there. I was
F
like, oh,
He said an F word.
cancelled.
I didn't hear that.
Cancelled the tape.
I didn't hear
I
that.
don't think that happened.
Oh.
Listen
Anyway.
back. Listen back.
I think so. If you want to
Roll the tape.
So tune in next week for our writer's opinion
Yeah.
on Free Fire, which is out this Friday.
and then something else will come
Yeah,
up. And
we're
trailers,
on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Check us out,
Facebook,
we'll be
all
there.
this stuff.
and we'll catch you later.
I thought that was Jess. Then did you see that? Did you not see
She's
that?
in Spain, so.
But I thought that was
Okay,
that was
so-
weird.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.